G'day guys, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We're still in the Underdark, exploring around and stumbling across this colony of, I believe they're called Myconids. And within their colony, they have this trader, I think he's not an orc, he's some other race. But more interestingly, there is actually an illithid of a Mind Flayer here. This Mind Flayer is not hostile though, and is apparently part of some kind of collective group where they do, you know, a whole bunch of sort of research and stuff like that. So he's not hostile and seems to not align itself to the rest of the Mind Flayers that we've met so far. And he's actually willing to help us try to remove our tadpoles, although it seems like a difficult endeavor. Our tadpoles are special, they're sort of lined with magic, which makes extraction a little bit difficult. So yeah, that's the story so far. I did initially try to speak to Blurg to get an idea of what he was selling, but we didn't end up taking a look at that. So that's the first order of things.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight.
Oh yes, he's a hobgoblin. There you go. Initially I thought he was an orc, but anyway, let's have a look at what he has to trade.
I do enjoy a good bargain, if anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Okay, so if there's anything we're going to learn from previous experiences with traders, is that we should be buying all the stuff, like, and just spending all of our gold. We should also be selling stuff that we don't need, obviously, so like stuff like this I can just throw. And I probably have more stuff that I could potentially sell, but I'll do that later. The Evil Eye, have I seen that? The Lord of Madness, Volume 4, Yinhogu. I think we've read that. I don't know why we would be wanting to buy certain books. Perhaps maybe it could unlock quests though. But yeah, let's focus on some of the equipment, which is obviously Fragrant Fungus Stew. I don't know how I feel about that. Gorth Eye Stock. Elixir of Battle Mage's Power. Derived from the eye of a mage hunting Nothic, this elixir waxes from within with a piercing light. It doesn't say what it would do though. Anyway, sorry, getting distracted all the time here. Let's take a look at stuff. Melf's First Staff. This is 1 to 8 damage. I think normally we have 0 to 8 or 0 to 7 damage, so this could potentially be a decent weapon for Gale, although the only thing that it lets him do is Melf's Acid Arrow, aside from Topple, which is, you know, something that comes with every single staff, but we already have Melf's Acid Arrow, so possibly something that we don't really need. The Baneful. Favored Weapon. This weapon has a +1 bonus to damage and attack rolls. This blade's magical power only functions if it's bound to an Eldritch Knight, or it's is a warlock's pact weapon. Pact weapon. Eldritch Knight. I'm not sure if Will is considered to be an Eldritch Knight. I'll have to check. Baneful Bond. On hit, possibly bane your target. Right, so all of this stuff in the grey is possibly something that we would have to, or we would only get if we make this a pact weapon. Warlock bound to this weapon is always proficient with it. The weapon's damage is magical. I wonder how we make a pact with a weapon, but Circlet of Blasting, Scorching Ray, Evocation spell. So that could be decent for someone who doesn't have, you know, the ability to cast spells and stuff. We've recently given the spectator eyes to Karlach, if I'm not mistaken. Sunwalker's Gift. The wearer can see in the dark up to 12 meters. I don't know how, like, relevant it is to be able to see in the dark at the moment, but this sounds like it could be useful. It's only 80 gold, though, so maybe we can purchase that. Boots of Genial Striding. Genial Strider. The wearer's movement speed is unimpeded by difficult terrain. That sounds pretty bloody good. Maybe we can replace Spider Step Boots. Cinder Shoes. Wherever you burn an enemy, you gain 2 turns of heat. What does that mean? Engulfed by a vengeful fire, takes 1 to 4 damage each turn, but can use heat convergence. Consume your heat to fuel a powerful attack. Next time you deal fire damage, you deal an additional 1 fire damage for every turn of heat remaining. 2 turns of heat. So we would take 1 to 4 fire damage though each turn. I don't know how comfortable I am with that, but perhaps maybe if we find something to negate the fire damage in the first place, it could be useful. Psychic Spark. Psychic missiles shoot an additional dart wherever you cast magic missile. Okay. Could be good for people who have magic missiles, such as Will or Gale. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced of absolutely everything, except for maybe Sunwalker's Gift. So perhaps we could buy that. And this one, actually, Boots of Genial Striding, seems pretty good. But let's not
very well
trade just yet, because we need Will to do that.
The pride of the gate.
Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries?
Research in the Underdark sounds like a dangerous prospect.
Yes, but it has abundant natural resources. Spores, water orbs, Trillimac. I've studied them for years.
Okay. What have you uncovered?
This is not a wasteland. It is a glorious ecosystem. Every civilization here could thrive without conflict. I do enjoy a good bargain.
Let's take a look at all of this stuff again. So, yeah, so we just want these two, and we want to sell stuff that we don't need anymore. This stuff here, maybe the necklace. Maybe these random rings that don't really do anything. And anything else? Don't think so. Rapier can probably go. Don't need that anymore, we've found a better one. So yeah, I was just curious to see for Will whether or not he would be able to use the Baneful. But yeah, it says that he's not proficient with it. Though, if he creates a pact with the Baneful, apparently he becomes proficient with it. So yeah, that looks good. Let's barter and
very well. I have mushrooms to catalog.
I'm just going to take a look at Will's character sheet here. It just says level 6 Warlock. But I'm not sure if this is the type of Warlock that we need to make a pact with a weapon. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to do that. We might have to respec if we decide to go down that path. Let's just tidy up a few things. So, first things first is I just want to throw a few pieces of equipment Blue's way. The ring, maybe we can give the ring to someone, but perhaps maybe I should just keep that with Blue. It's likely that we'll use that ring to sort of swap out every now and then. Yeah, that looks good to me.
All right.
Let's just sort things. And let's get our equipment in. So hopefully that'll do us some good for when we're in combat, especially in like difficult terrain. When I hear difficult terrain, I assume that includes like webs and stuff like that. So basically any type of difficult terrain should not impede us. I assume. And yeah, there's the Titan string bow. Deals additional damage equal to your strength modifier. Probably not good for Blue, to be honest. Maybe better for the likes of Lae'zel. Or maybe even Karlach, because they've got a lot of strength. Let me just have a look at Will. Yeah, Will doesn't have good strength at all. I think we can maybe get rid of that. Give her the arcane crossbow, and then we'll give Lae'zel Titan string bow, because she's got the highest amount of strength anyway, right? So my assumption is that she should be pretty deadly with that. 4 to 11, 3 to 10. Yeah, the crossbows obviously deal way more damage, but we'll give the Titan string bow a try. Let's continue on our way. I do want to just check on the journal before we continue though. So we've got the forge, obviously, but we've also got this concoction to try and help make. And it's made with a couple of different types of mushrooms, which could be deadly. But Omelium should know what to do with these ingredients, so we need to gather them. But before we do so, maybe we'll just have a chat with him once more and see if he's got anything else to say.
Time for a chat.
I greet you, child of the sun. How has your search for the mushrooms fared?
How do you survive? Don't you need brains?
In the beginning, I had an arrangement with a lich. Excellent company, despite what one would expect. I required brains, he required souls. A perfect symbiosis. But our ambitions eventually splintered. I wished to better the world, and he preferred its rot. So I left his company, and thus I now feed from those who act against the Society's goals.
I guess that's the best way to deal with that sort of hunger.
Perhaps the peoples of the Underdark will be less inclined to violence if they comprehend the cost, yes?
How did you escape your colony?
I was born with a propensity for arcane magic my people despise. It gave me the strength to resist the Elder Brain. Every waking hour I pushed back against its dire hold. My wizardry empowered me. The moment its control shattered, I fled. Before the colony discovered I had defected.
Interesting. So, it almost sounds like Mind Flayers are themselves slaves to some kind of an all-mind, an all-brain thing. Maybe he's seeking the freedom of his people as well, similar to what that faction is trying to do in the, well, when you look at the Githyanki. Okay. Let's see if we can go find these mushrooms. I assume we just need to explore and try and find these mushrooms, but
What to do?
let's have a chat with this guy, Sovereign Spore. There he is. Okay, so gathering mushrooms in this area is a no-no, apparently. It's a pouch here. Okay, with nothing in it, apparently. Before we have a chat, maybe I should just quickly take a look around. We've got spicy pork sausage here, randomly. I'll take that. So these blue caps are okay to take, I guess. Yeah, a lot of resources for the taking here if we fought these guys. Okay, yeah, that gives us haste, so that's fine. Oh! Another person who's not completely transformed into fungal craziness. And there's a deep growth, whatever this thing is. Maybe we should speak to Animal.
Look very well.
Want Master back. He treats me good now. Doesn't kick me anymore.
Master? I wonder what he's talking about exactly. Dareth.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
Balin. Can you describe him?
Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick.
Did we come across anyone like that? At least like a dead person with those descriptions? I'm not entirely sure. What are you doing down here?
Right now, waiting for that idiot Balin's return. Unless you've seen him, we don't have much to discuss.
Oh, okay. Can you sell us some stuff? Yes, okay. Even more trading to do. Goodness me. Well, let's just take a look at this stuff. Corrosive flail. I don't know, this doesn't really sound that interesting. It only has tenacity, we've seen that before. More crossbows. Hand crossbows, so these should be lighter. +1. Some of this stuff seems very standard. Studded leather armor +1. Kinda looks cool. But armor class is not really where we want it to be. Herbalist's gloves. Cleansing touch. If the wearer heals a poisoned creature, it is no longer poisoned. Okay, so if we're poisoned as well, we would get the same effects, basically, when healing others. Yeah, okay. I don't know how useful that is going to be. Ring of jumping. Could be useful if we needed to chuck on jump on someone, but I think Lae'zel is able to cast jump on people, although, you know, obviously only once every long rest or something like that. Amulet of Restoration? That's pretty decent. If I gave this to Shadowheart, my assumption is that she can simply cast some of these things more often. So basically she gets the chance to use these healing spells once per long rest using the amulet, but then also using some of her prepared spells as well, so we could cast them multiple times. So if we really want her to become like a very useful healer that can heal constantly, this might actually be something decent to buy. I keep forgetting that we shouldn't be using blue for purchasing, or selling for that matter. I feel like that's the only thing that I'm interested in for the moment, but again, I'm sure you guys will have some comments around whether or not I'm ignoring certain items that might be powerful. Look, there must be something else you guys are up to.
Like I told you already, I'm waiting for that lummox Balin. The rest is my own business.
Okay, okay. I mean, if we deceive her, I wonder what would happen, but...
Keeping the old turnip.
Let's go back to Will, and let's see if we can
Seems the
buy this
shrooms are
amulet.
You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
Let's do that. Yep, let's
Reckon it might be
keep that for now. Obviously, when we get back to camp, we'll chuck it onto Shadowheart. We'll need to obviously take a look at her own amulet, though. I think she's got Amulet of Salune's Dream, which is okay, but we haven't really used it that often, and it just grants the ability to heal for a little bit, but it also puts people asleep. So I guess you sort of have to to pay. There's a bit of a trade-off there. Haste spores. Can we walk through here? I guess we can. But is there any reason why we would want to do that? This is just the same way up, right? Unless there might be some stuff buried around. Okay, let's go back this way. So this is noxious. We better be careful around that one. Sovereign Glut. Could we speak to these guys, or... Actually, I haven't even tried speaking to some of the other ones, have I? Oh, no, that's stealing. Okay, my bad. Thought it was free for the taking. So there's another pathway down this way. Some free mushrooms. Wow. Look at this place. It is eerily beautiful.
I wish I had a bag of holding.
But I think we're getting further away from the Myconid colony. I don't think this is part of the colony. Or is it?
Looking into the hall, you see only darkness. It's impossible to tell how deep it goes by sight alone.
Hello?
Your call echoes as it plunges downward, before gradually fading away.
Okay. So... can we even go into it? We can't interact with it with Quoth.
Never a dull moment. These boots have seen everything.
Perhaps maybe it might be relevant later.
Something's off.
Deep
I can't say
and
what.
still fresh. Some monster did this, marking its territory.
Okay, there must be something around here. But we've just come across the suture bloom, which we're going to need, obviously. I don't know if these things will just simply explode. I feel bad, but I can bring Quoth in to experiment. They do seem to sort of react, and I guess they will just simply explode if we stay too long. Ooh. A hook horror. Ooh.
Let's get going.
Mushroom enthusiast. Karlach is inspired, apparently. So, I guess Karlach likes mushrooms?
Moving ahead.
No. No. Man, misclicking in this game is the worst.
And these things have stayed in
Okay. Is this all going to disperse at some point, though? That's the next question that I have.
Where am I needed?
Do we not have anyone who has Firebolt or something like that? I think not.
Where am I needed?
Okay. Well, we didn't have to wait for too long.
Time to rest. If not over, then through.
So there's a way down this way as well.
These flowers. What is this feeling?
What? Let's have a look. Susur flower. Anti-magic field condition. A Susur tree flower is draining the characters of its magical energy, preventing it from casting spells. Susur bloom. Alright. Probably not something that we want to keep with us in that case. I think we may have more Susur blooms somewhere nearby, potentially. I'm just trying to remember the material that we needed for the masterwork weapon. Susur trees. So, not exactly what we've found here. These are Susur blooms, which are flowers. Let me go back to the camp and actually just throw this into our chest. Actually, I didn't even need to do that. I could probably just send it to camp. Yeah, that's what I should have done. My bad. So do we fight this thing? I suppose... Oh, there's another one up here. Alright, I feel like I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. And perhaps maybe it's better for us to go back and have that chat with the Myconid leader.
Where are you?
So let's go ahead and do that. Because they could potentially give us a quest, or potentially we might have to fight them, who knows, depending on what our response is. Depends on what they want from us as well. Alright, so...
But at such an accelerated rate.
This Thulla is apparently still alive?
Fungus and mold glaze the grotesque creature's face and body. A voice drifts into your mind as you gaze upon the misshapen servant.
Leave this one. Come to me. We must speak.
Yeah, I guess there wouldn't really be any reason for us to speak to any of the other ones. Unless they have, like, something unique about them, like
What is the creature doing to those corpses?
this one down here. A sovereign. Can we have a chat with this Thulla, though?
I have something to ask.
Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
Jeez. Who did this to you?
Dwegger slashed me.
We could try this. Yeah, let's see if we can try and help her out. Okay, very good.
Like dwarves, Dwergar have innate resistance to poison, and thus no need for intricate brews. Though deadly if left untreated, the poison can be cured by the antidote or natural remedies.
I mean, we've got antidote, right? So... do I just give her the antidote?
Gods! Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me?
Does there have to be a reason?
Down here? Tends to be. But I'm nearly good to get on my feet. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, Carl's garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me.
You're in no condition to help anyone.
Maybe not, but you are. I need you to rescue my kin. We can pay. We're Ironhand Clan, best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Dwergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake.
What was this expedition your clan were on?
Just mining for materials. Nothing unusual.
The briefest hesitation, but enough. She's lying.
But our work pays well. Help my clan and we'll make it worth your while, I swear.
I think you're lying. Ugh. Do we use our inspiration here? I suppose we can. We've got 2. Much better.
Fine. It's complicated, but my clan has trouble back in the city. A blood feud. We were searching for something to turn the tide. That's all I can say. But it's worth a lot to us. Understand?
Blood feud. No, I don't understand it. Enough evasion and explain it.
Look, you've done me a good turn and you deserve the truth. But that's as much of it as I can tell, I swear it. If you need to go your own way, I respect that, but still, I'm asking.
Alright, I'll free your people if I can.
Thank you. Only wish I could go with you. But here. I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some Dwergar ass. I'll mark where I made my escape, and wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
So they're called Dwergar. I think I've been mispronouncing them all this time. Boots of Speed. That sounds promising. If I can bloody find them. There. Boots of Speed. Click heals. And basically just gives you dash. Is my guess. It counts as a bonus action, which... I mean... doesn't really seem very good, to be honest. But since we have actually just swapped out our boots here, I think the boots that we were using before could probably go to someone else. But yeah, let's have a chat with the Sovereign here.
Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwergar, dark dwarves chopping myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Let us spill blood. Dwergar or myconid, I care not which.
She's just so bloodthirsty all the time, isn't she? I mean, we did actually already fight all of them. I don't know if we got all of them, but possibly we did. Why did these Dwergar attack?
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Dwergar.
The Dwergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
You harbor a fugitive gnome? Admirable of you.
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its song.
Well, the Dwergar are slain, and the rot has been purged.
The music shifts, still melancholic, but now streaked with hope.
Do you hear? A new harmony. Serenity. I name you Peace Bringer.
Fragrant spores waft through the air. Your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Freely you have given to us. Freely you may take. The Guardian Gate is open. Go and claim your reward. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you. You have cut out the Dwergar blight, but not its source.
In your mind's eye, Spore shows you a drow striding among myconid dead.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head, and I will know my circle is safe.
This near sounds like bad news. Guess we could lend a hand, right?
This near, okay. Cult of the Absolute, it seems. Consider it done. I'll bring Nair's head to you.
The drow lurks in the ruins beyond the lake. Bring him death and return.
Okay. Apparently we may freely take, but I guess it's not all of these mushrooms or anything like that. It's something that we have to collect from somewhere else now. Let me have a look. Find the mushroom picker. This is the quest from... goodness me. From the Mind Flayer. I forget his name now. Or its name. Omelin, or something like that. Save the Grimforged Gnomes. Yep. Then defeat the Durgar Intruders. Where were we supposed to go to collect our reward? Because I would like to do that. Sovereign's Refuge. I guess we just need to go there. But apparently... we need to sort of cross the lake, right? To get to the other Duragar. So I presume we need to come back down here. Maybe take the boat. Let's maybe go in this direction first. And we'll see if we can... I don't know if that's where we get our reward that he spoke of, but... and also, that's sort of in the direction of where those suture barks might be, because we now have a couple of sort of circle things on the map, which I assume is telling us where to go to try and find the barks. I want to have a chat with the other sovereign here, this unique-looking one. And perhaps maybe...
Fleshwalker, tongue talker, far you've come. Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
Yeah, I'll go with the ranger option. I live at the edges. Wherever there's solitude, there's danger, but peace too.
It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
Dwegar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Dwegar rot. I mean to join you.
To join us? Not traveling with some overgrown mushroom. But the Dwegar are already dead.
I must see it for myself. Lead me to the rot. I wish to see it fester.
So, does he just want to get to the edge of the lake? Or is he going to tag along until we get to the other side of the lake? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, sure, you can join us.
Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together.
Okay, so he's literally just following us around everywhere. I hope we won't have to try and defend him all the time, though. Some allies may temporarily join you. You can directly control their movement. Oh, okay. So I hope he doesn't, like, attract danger to us, but... and another thing is, if we're about to fight other things, then I'm a little bit concerned about, you know, protecting him. Let me have a look here. Avenge Glut's circle. Glut wishes to see the defeated Duergar. We agree to escort it to the bodies. Okay. So, if that's the case, we just portal our way here, right? There you go, my friend. Yeah. Just over here. Why is he still following us? Maybe we need to chat with him.
The tumor is excised. The Duergar are dead. Here, I break ground. From the dark will a mighty circle rise. My song will fill the grotto. Death Doer. The grotto may sustain but one sovereign. In the age of Glut, there may be no spore. Eliminate the other sovereign.
You'd turn on Spore, who gave you shelter?
A fate it has earned. My circle long suffered while the Duergar flourished. I sang to Spore for help, yet it cowered in the grotto and let my people be slaughtered. Choose, Smooth Mind. Help me grow a mighty circle and reap the reward. Or protect the precious poltroon as it waits for the circle of Glut to devour it whole.
I'll have no part in this.
It is my right. It is my right.
Its delicate harmonies turn to scrapes and scratches.
Your corpse will birth my circle.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Not in a very good position. Well, everyone else is in a good position for this fight, but Blue is not. Luckily, we're not engaged with him just yet, so we could probably just make our way up this way. 104 HP, that's actually quite a bit. Let me just take a look at what's going on with him. Frenzied Spores. Glut has increased hit points and strength. It has access to more spore spells. I was gonna say cells. Multi-attack, prone. Jeez, okay. So we don't want to be prone near him. Sun Sickness. While in the sunlight, Mycadid has disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. Perhaps maybe having Shadowheart with us and the Lathander's Blood would have been, you know, a good weapon to have against him. Anyway, so it looks like all of our guys are going first before Sovereign, so that's actually really nice. Let's do... Can we hit him from here? Apparently not. Can we please find a good spot here? So I was gonna use Brace, but I guess that's out of the question now. Hunter's Mark.
No hesitation.
Yeah, let's do it. Damn. Now that I think about it, it probably would have been a better idea if we started with Will and did haste on blue. We could probably still cast haste on someone else though. And haste is... okay, it's considered to be an action. This doesn't say if it counts as an action or not. It's once per long rest, but considering how much HP this thing has, I think it might be a good idea to open up with it. Pierce the weak, vulnerable to piercing. Okay, so you have to choose which type of damage it's vulnerable to. 1 second. What kind of damage is this? Slashing. So I think we've got a few more people who do slashing damage, although blue does piercing damage, right?
On the victor's
That's okay. I think we go with slashing damage. So slash the weak. Seems good to me. Apparently we're not provoking an attack of opportunity. That's kind of interesting. Oh, and I have completely forgotten about using Longstrider, haven't I? Let's pull back this way. And let's do haste on Lae'zel. And I think that's decent for him.
Is all that matters.
Let's end Blue's turn. Lae'zel, let's get in there and engage. And we may as well just deal as much damage as possible. Let's do menacing attack. Wow. And just like that, it's pretty much going to die on the next turn. Or maybe not. Okay, I wonder if we
No subjects. Glut won't be mourned.
should go back to the other Myconid colony and
Have to keep going.
tell them what happened to Gut. Or, sorry, not Gut, Glut. Let's have a look at what he had. Got a lot of resources here. So I was thinking maybe we needed to do like a short rest immediately after, but I guess we don't in this case. So let's do Myconid colony. And let's have a chat with the Sovereign. I'm actually interested in having a chat with this mossy Myconid. I don't know if it's special because it's up here with the Sovereign.
Peacebringer, be at home.
I have slain the creature called Glut. It was scheming to slaughter your circle.
You are one with Spore. Your throat tightens, then relaxes. The air is serene, your mind untroubled.
The songs we sing now carry your spirit. I first named you Peacebringer. I now name you Kin Spirit.
Kin Spirit. Nice. They trust us even more now. Let's have a chat with the mossy Myconid.
The circle lords you. Be welcome.
Okay. It is slightly different compared to some of the other ones that we've seen. Doesn't really say too much. Right, so very interesting interactions so far. Obviously some new quests have opened up, and we've immediately resolved the Glut quest line there. I don't know if it could grow even more complicated. I suppose it could, if we decided to, say, play both sides, for instance. But, I think I'm happy with that outcome. But if there's anything I want to do soon, it would be finding these suture barks. So that's going to be next on the agenda. There's a way down this way as well. Okay, that goes back down to the beach area, yep, or the lake side. So we'll try and go for this one first, and then we'll make our way further north from this position. But I'm thinking we'll probably have a few fights here against these hook horrors. 75 HP each. Considering what happened with Gluts, perhaps maybe this fight won't actually be too difficult. But we're going to find out in the next episode. I reckon this is where we'll call it for this one. We'll take a bit of a break here. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Chuck us a like if you did, some comments and suggestions, particularly about some of the equipment that we just saw just at the 2 traders that we have just been to in this episode, would be appreciated. Otherwise, stay true. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.